Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And it's the day after we were supposed to get a secret ending for Stranger Things, and it did not happen.
No, didn't people get mad in the last video and be like, just wait till 8 o'clock or something like that?
Yes, people were very convinced that there was going to be a secret ending to Stranger Things. They cannot wrap their heads around the fact that they dropped the ball with the ending.
But the evidence that people were presenting was crazy compelling, though.
It was. I mean, for a minute there, I was like, you know what? Maybe, especially after the Jimmy Fallon thing where they had the guy who plays Vecna, they had him on. And I was like, maybe they're going to do it. Maybe they'd be crazy enough to do it. That would be wild.
I would think that, except I knew they weren't that smart. They weren't that creative. And I just knew it wasn't going to be true. I wanted it to be true. That would be the most epic thing ever. But I knew it wasn't going to be true because I don't think they're that creative. Now somebody else is going to do it because, they came up with it after the fact. But I just kind of figured it wouldn't be. But the evidence was pretty compelling, so I can see why people were believing it.
Yeah, I mean, if things didn't line up the way that they did, and again, this is the whole conspiracy angle, but there were a lot of things that pointed to there being another episode, or the fact that the cast were still in Vecna's mind. I mean, there were a lot of things that pointed to it, and that would have actually explained why the ending was so neat and why it just seemed so out of place, because it wasn't real. But yeah, so many people were expecting this to happen that it crashed Netflix's servers last night. They were on at 8 o'clock hoping for this secret finale, like a good ending, a good bad ending, or a better ending to Stranger Things.
I think even if it had been a worse ending, people would have loved it just for the fact that it was creative.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That would have been pretty cool, but it didn't happen. But crash the servers, we're going to talk about the crash out. A lot of people upset. Now they're moving the goalpost. Now they're saying it's going to come on the 14th.
It's not coming, people.
It's like the winds of winter, right? It's never coming. You guys can hold out hope for a good ending for Game of Thrones, but it's never coming. So let's talk about this before we get to it any further. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You'll get a woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
Go out to more.clownfishtv.com. That's more.clownfishtv.com for more Clownfish TV. All right, let's take a look at this.
Ross!
What?
Do you see what they're saying online?
What
did we think of that? We need to write an episode of
that's
Stranger
just
Things
it.
now.
I think that's what happened, basically, is they're probably like, oh, shit, why did we think of this?
Yeah, so I'm like, will they down the road be like, yeah, we should have done that?
Well, they probably are thinking we should have done it, but they didn't do it because it would have been brilliant if they had.
And that's just it. They're not as smart as people thought they were. At least I think they just wanted out.
Oh, I'll make some calls.
Exterior.
Yeah, hey, Mr. Sarandos, do you have a soundstage available for the weekend of the 3rd?
The main crew has actually been imprisoned by Dr. K, which is why everybody's wearing orange at the graduation.
Can we use your house?
Will and Mike kiss, giving him his ultimate power.
Do not do that. Yeah, don't give the shippers any power.
Honest to God, thought they were going to go there with it. I thought it was going to be like, okay, so Mike is the one that motivated Will to get his power. So if he's going to get super duper extra powerful, like Mike's got to die or something, right? And that didn't happen either. So
yeah, Millie Bobby Brown can bring the baby. Wait, she has 2.
Joyce Byers, call Winona. Make sure she's available.
What do you mean call Winona? I deleted her number after I thought we were done. I don't talk to her. What? Oh, he's unavailable. We could just AI him. Oh, he's unavailable too. We could just AI him too. Yeah, just AI everybody. What am I paying you for?
You know what?
I was thinking, why aren't they? Yeah.
Why aren't they? They could be like, yeah, we could just shit out an episode over the weekend. We could just use AI and just shit it out over the weekend. Probably look better than some of the scenes.
And women give birth prematurely, and all of them are
Matt, they don't want your ideas. Just go on TikTok and take those.
That's a perfect idea.
Yes.
Yeah,
Do you know what? If they had done that, they would have had a much better ending.
Yeah. So this is what, we talk about. A lot of times, the showrunners don't care as much about it as the fans do. Actually, it was weird. I was telling Squid King about what happened with Star Wars with the prequels, that George Lucas forgot to get Luke's or Anakin's lightsaber to Obi-Wan, and it was actually, I think, one of the interns or one of the production guys like, so when does Obi-Wan get Anakin's lightsaber? He's like, oh shit, I forgot all about that. Yeah, better put that in there.
Heading out to Burbank right now, so we're ready. It doesn't matter. Just get off this stuff.
This is hopeless. We're never going to please everybody. We should just drive off a cliff. I wasn't loved enough when I was a kid. You were always Dad's favorite.
And if you didn't get a divorce, none of this would have happened.
That's funny.
Yeah, that was a video you did the other day. That the theory is that one of the Duffer, I don't know if it's Duffer A or Duffer B. I can't tell them apart.
I don't know
but
either.
One of the Duffer's wives actually was ghostwriting the show, which is why the last season was so totally different. And there's another rumor that they lifted the first season from like a college roommate or something, which is why that one was really freaking good. And then after that, it just kind of came off the rails a little bit.
Better ideas I wouldn't have had to ask her.
At least my writing isn't contrived.
Oh, contrived.
Let's go to the airport.
You get a pre-check? Please tell me you get a pre-check.
No, I don't have a pre-check. Fuck!
I just thought that was really funny.
All right, so it says the Conformity Gate left Stranger Things fans waiting for a non-existent episode and caused Netflix servers to crash. This is coming from, is it Mundo Scene? Yes, for a Spanish site. Goodbye, Hawkins. They said Stranger Things fans went into detective mode and investigating, finding what appeared to be clues in the latest episode, suggesting a true finale in the form of a 9th episode, but it didn't happen. The viral phenomenon dubbed Conformity Gate mobilized thousands of Hawkins fans, persuaded that the official ending of the series was in reality a sophisticated illusion concocted by Vecna. God, that would have been so good.
It would have been brilliant.
Where they said, as we detailed in this article, where we compiled 10 pieces of evidence provided by the fandom. As a result, at 2 a.m., this would be Spanish Peninsula time, the Red End streaming platform suffered a widespread collapse of its servers, unable to absorb the simultaneous traffic of users, compulsively refreshing the application in search of the fandom episode. However, once service was restored, the harsh reality set in, confirming that episode 9 did not exist.
Well, they actually confirmed that earlier that day, and they even put all episodes are streaming now to let people know that it wasn't going to be there, but people really wanted to believe. It was the end. I believe.
Yeah,
I believed.
There were a lot of things that, honestly, at first I was like, oh, that's ridiculous. I mean, they just scrubbed out. But then the more I thought about it, because even when we reviewed the episode, I'm like, the episode felt very contrived, and it felt like it tied things off too neatly, and the ending was too happy. I'm like, this could all be an illusion because it doesn't feel right.
Well, you said that when you first watched it, like
I'm
we
like,
did our
this
video right after, or the next day.
Yeah, I was like, this doesn't feel right. It feels like it should have been like, oh, here's the happy ending you wanted, but that's not actually what happened, because it was way too easy. Like, they took out Vecna in like 3 minutes, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on. No demi-dogs, no demogorgons. Somebody put a TikTok up of them partying in like Mexico or something. The demi-dogs and demogorgons are like, while Vecna's getting his ass kicked, they're all on vacation or whatever. And they asked the Duffer Brothers point blank. They're like, where were all of his foot soldiers? Oh, he didn't expect anybody to come to his secret castle and take him out.
Yeah, but they still lived, and that was still their home. So where were they? Now when you ask too many questions, the one got mad. He's like, I don't know. Stop asking me questions. I shouldn't have done these interviews. I had the flu. And it's like, okay.
I know, right? So this has happened before. Yeah, there have been other series finales that were so piss poor that people thought it wasn't real. They said the finale of the 4th season of Sherlock, they said a portion of the audience was so dissatisfied they began speculating about the existence of a hidden 4th episode that would be aired unexpectedly.
Honestly, that would track for that show as well.
Yeah, it would. Because, he fakes his death, right? I mean, spoiler.
Yeah, it would have tracked for sure.
They said Lost. They said the ending was so bad. They think that there were theories about an alternate ending that would supposedly reveal more answers. No, they just wanted to wrap it up. Abrams wanted to wrap it up. This is the truth. What happens a lot of times is that, again, the creators of the show don't care as much about it as the fans. See also Misery, where Annie Wilkes cared more about the books than the author of the books.
Well, I was going to say, I think a lot of them are like, okay, well, we're too busy trying to see what's next, because for us, we're wrapping this up how long out until you guys get it. So we're trying to hurry up so we can go on to the next thing, so we have something to jump to. Because after this project, we need to get another project. And they're not really, they're just thinking about getting it done. I think that's why the ending gets dropped on all these shows. It's because they're just too busy trying to okay, well, I'm on the next project now too, so I have to wrap that one up, and blah, blah, blah happens at the end. And so I can work on my next thing. And I think that's what happens a lot.
That's what it felt like. I mean, and we did the review, and the closest thing I can think of, as a dad, is you're telling your kids a story, and it's really going on, and it's obvious that, they need to go to bed. It's like, yeah, okay, so then they beat the bad guy, and they all live happily ever after. The end. Okay, go the fuck to sleep. It's like, go to bed, turn the lights out. That's kind of what it reminded me of. But they said they have done secret episodes of Sandman had a secret episode. Rick and Morty debuted on April Fool's Day, catching people off guard. Bluey had a secret episode. And Euphoria had 2 unannounced bridge episodes to fill the gap caused by production delays. So yeah, I mean, it's possible it would track with this kind of a series. But again, this is another case of they had a freaking mystery box. They didn't have the answers worked out in advance. And when push came to shove, they didn't have any answers. They didn't have any answers. So they just hand-waved a lot of it. I love this one, though. Netflix to Conformity Gate believers. Chapter 9, Suck My Fat One.
Well, they didn't ask him to believe it.
That's true. Well, they didn't really go out of their way to stop them.
I told you why. I told you why they want the videos because everybody was looking for clues. They were combing through frame by frame, watching it over and over and over again, and that just kept boosting the views and boosting the views. And then even if you weren't watching it, just the engagement and the saying Stranger Things over and over and over again was boosting them in every other metric possible. And it was just a lot of things. A week after, and everybody's seen it, they was still giving them a huge boost. I mean, can you imagine what the boost they would have got if they had the episode? But all that leading up to it was just giving them such great numbers. Of course, they didn't correct it to right before, like hours before it was supposed to drop.
I just think it is a bummer because it would have been great. I mean, it really would have been. I mean, it might have been terrible, but the fact that they could pull it off on a show of this size and nobody would have, caught on or leaked it months ahead of time would have been impressive as hell. Mm-hmm. But yeah. I mean, it's not going well. People are kind of crashing out. Now, again, they're trying to move the date. It's over, right? It's just like, eventually, maybe someday they will do a follow-up. I could see them doing it but it might be a couple of years from now.
At that point, who cares?
Yeah, it's like Kathleen Kennedy leaving Star Wars. So someday she's eventually going to retire, but it takes forever to get there. So I don't know, guys. There you go. The ending was disappointment. It was pure disappointment for a lot of people.
I mean, the more I hear people complain about it, bring up valid points, the more I'm like, yeah, that's true. Yeah, you got a point. Yeah, that kind of stuff. But I mean, I didn't want the kids to die, so I was like, okay.
It was mid. I mean,
it could have been much better for that show. And having another episode would have been, who cares? I mean, if it was good or bad ending, it was so brilliant it would offset every complaint. But nope, not smart enough for that.
Well, we shall see. We shall see what happens. Hey, maybe when they buy Warner Brothers, they can do a theatrical Stranger Things movie, the end of Stranger Things, like Evangelion.
No, they already wrapped it. So at this point, let's not undo it again.
All right, so let's wrap this up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.